You have tuned in to Authors Up here on ALH Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Streaming Inspirational Broadcast Network. Your hosts are authors Ruth Griffin, Andrea L. Hines, and yours truly, Victoria Henderson Poole. We love what we do, and we know it is every author's desire to get their work to a greater audience. Authors Up is a forum for authors by authors, those who are already published and those who want to be, along with other writers and playwrights. Here we provide an opportunity for their work to be showcased as we share our own, gain tips and tools, information and insight to not only enhance the writing process, but be able to just enjoy the journey. Those who are willing to put pen to paper will usually have a story they are willing to tell, and they are invited to tell it right here. And if you are not a writer yet, no worries. We want you to be a part of our listening audience. So take notes if you like, send in your questions, or just feel free to comment on the candid conversation, because it's time for Authors Up.
Well, welcome everybody. You have joined the broadcast of Authors Up right here on ALH Broadcasting, an affiliate of the Streaming Inspirational Broadcast Network. We want you to know where you are this evening. We are grateful for your presence. We thank you for taking time out of your day to be with us this evening, and we are just looking forward to sharing some things with you tonight. So let me first let my co-host welcome you. Ruth, you want to welcome our listeners tonight?
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody who has joined us, either on a Sunday night or a replay or our podcast, and we just want to say thank you and welcome.
And how about you, Victoria?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Bronze Girls. How you guys doing tonight?
We are good.
Good. Well, I hope everybody is ready to sit back and relax because it's going to be a good show.
Yes, indeed, and I echo Victoria. We're doing something a little bit different tonight, but before we get into it, we want to make sure that we have an opportunity to share our week in review. So let's start with you, Victoria.
All right. I was going to say it was a week just the same with working back and forth, but I realized that is entirely not true. I have resumed writing in my journal. I had gotten away from it, but this week I have been pretty consistent, and it has really been really helpful, jotting a few things down before I go to sleep, and then in my worship time, just kind of talking to the Lord in my journal, and it's been good, really been good. So I've done that,
awesome.
And I've also resumed a weekly prayer call with one of my cousins, and we were doing Tuesday, but now we migrated to Thursday, and that has been really nice, just to start the day in prayer and worship, and just just bringing us closer as a family. It's just really, really, really sweet. So I love her, and that's been good. And then lastly, I have begun eating differently. And I'm talking to you guys about it because, it's accountability a little bit, for real. I did get some news that my cholesterol was way too high, the bad one. And so I had to take stock, and really have this little talk with myself. It's just time. So I am eating differently, more fruits, vegetables, much more water. I'm not eating any processed foods. So anything processed is not coming. And I started Monday, and I've lost about 5 pounds already.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yep, and I'm not eating after a certain time of night. That's just it. The last meal is the last meal, so that's it. And It has not been as hard as I thought it was going to be, because I thought I was going to be like ravenously hungry. But because I'm eating plenty of foods when I have my meals, was not hungry, and I'm not snacking. I'm not doing all that stuff. I'm letting my system rest, for the 12, 13 hours overnight, and I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. So
that's awesome.
That's me. Thank you.
And you know what? You're going to find that the longer you do this, your body's going to get used to it. So you won't want to go back to the processed stuff. You're not going to want to eat like that on a daily basis. So
I already feel some things already shifting. I do.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yep. Keep it up.
Y'all pray for me now. Y'all pray for me. No Milano cookies. No Milano cookies. Y'all pray for a sister. Okay.
Heavy sigh. But Victoria, that's really good. That's really good.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Now, what about you, Ruth? What was your week like?
Well, I had the opportunity this week to attend the Jewish for Good Jewish Authors Virtual Book Festival. And it has completely thrown my week off because it was like 3 events a day, except for today because today's the Sabbath. But it was just it's amazing, just discovering new books, discovering new authors, new topics and things like that. And, and honestly, just listening, we are not that different from each other. Everybody starts talking, and, most of the audience was predominantly Jewish, but, just listening to their family experiences. And, obviously there's certain things we don't have in common, but the things that we do is just like, okay, well, we're not that different. So, it was really, really good. I enjoyed it. And I got some more new books to read. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but they're on my list.
Wow.
That sounds like that was right up your alley. All right.
It did, and I think that's why I love my Kindle so much, because one of the things that it allows you to do is to save a sample of it, so you're not necessarily ready to buy a book, but you can download a sample, and that way I always have the books in there, and when I'm ready to read it, I can just go ahead and purchase it. So I've added like 8 or 9 books this week, and I'm just like,
all
in
right.
heaven, because, I'm not quite sure when I'm going to get to it, but I'm going to get to it.
Just knowing they're there, it's so exciting.
Way to go.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to follow the lead that you all have set here a little bit. I will not be adding books, though, I'm afraid, but I will be reading some I'm supposed to be reading. I'm just going to try to get that in the days ahead. I am going to do that. For my week, Victoria, you're really inspiring me to do. I'm not even going to say to do better, but to do something, to be more intentional about my health and about my, just my general well-being. It's going to take some work, but it's going to be well worth it, I think, in the end. But because I really have not done well with my eating habits and exercise habits, I'm getting up and moving through. I am doing my steps, though. I'm most of the days I get my steps in. So I do thank my friend from the Step Tracker, because it really is helping me be aware of movement.
Good deal.
Absolutely,
So
it makes a difference.
So much of what I do is at the computer and sitting at the computer, and I don't really realize it, of course, until I try to get up, and then I realize I've been sitting too long.
Sitting so long, right? I understand.
But
Me too.
I am going to do that. But I was looking at a post of someone today, and they were posting their meals planning. They had planned a couple of meals. And it looked so good, but it wasn't real starchy. It wasn't real. I think the total number of calories was like 300 or something like that.
Right.
But it just looked like a great, healthy meal, And when I saw that, I thought, I have got to do better. So with you making the comments that you made, I know that it's something I've got to do. So hold me accountable for next week to have some kind of report.
At least start, right?
Yes. I have to.
Okay.
So I will do that. I got a lot of writing done. I write for another station and another program, and I'm on there on Wednesdays as the voice of the poet. And
okay, cool.
God wrote a couple of amazing pieces for me. And I was just so tickled, because I love it when I don't have to do it, when I can really sit still, and just allow him to bring the verses and the words to life. So I was glad that, number one, that I've almost finished the assignment. I have it written. I just need to record it now. But that's always a highlight for me, when I know that I can fulfill something that is requested and required, and that he is in control of it. And I just kind of can turn it over to him and let him do what he does, and I just get to write things down. So that brought joy to my week. I really do enjoy being able to do things like that. So I was pretty much where I was, and I had to take my car in for maintenance, and we won't talk about that because that's lightheaded.
We're trying to keep it nice today.
Side, I'm like, oh my God, what in the world? But I do have it back now, and it is, purring along rather well. So
good.
I can't be mad about it. I remember the day when I couldn't pay for the car repair.
Come on now. Come on. Amen.
So I am grateful. I want to just sit and complain. It's too much. It's too high. It's too. But I was able to get it.
Yes,
done.
That's right.
And say, get her done.
That's right.
I was able to get her done. So I am
Thank
grateful
you, God.
about that. Yes.
Thank you, God.
Well, listeners, tonight we have been very blessed to, first of all, have some wonderful, wonderful authors on this first part of the year. We're almost at the end of the first quarter, guys. And
that's right.
We've had some wonderful, wonderful authors on, and some great books.
Yes.
They've shared their lives and their stories and their triumphs and their trials with us, with all of us. And we have gained and we have learned, and we say thank you to each one of those authors who's been with us. But tonight we decided we're going to do a little smile therapy. We decided it wasn't going to be laugh therapy. We couldn't guarantee that, but we at least are going to have a little bit of smile therapy tonight, because life throws some blows at us. There's no question about that. But there are some times you just need to take it to the lighter side. You got to do some things that make you smile. And in getting ready and preparing for the show, we've been finding some great nuggets about why laughter is so important in our lives and why it's something that we need to do. And we're going to share some of that with you tonight. And we're going to share some funny stories of our own, or some poetry. I have a couple of things, and I'm going to let you all tell me which one you would like for me to read, because I don't write funny most of the time, but every now and then.
Well, we're looking forward to that then.
So that's what we're gonna do tonight, and we're gonna let Ruth kick us off tonight. So Ruth, why don't you start?
Absolutely. So, I think that aside from writing, that is something that we are all really good at is the laughter. And laughing has a lot of benefits, mental health, physical health, even social benefits. And, because this particular area is really, personal to me, I wanted to just give you a few pointers on the mental health benefits for laughing. It adds joy and zest to your life. It eases anxiety and tension. It relieves stress. It improves your mood, and it strengthens your resilience. And, just listening to that, you would never think, okay, I'm doing all this while I'm laughing, But I really, truly believe God in his just wisdom, he gave us everything we needed. And sometimes we just need to laugh a little bit, So laughter stops distressing emotions. You can't feel anxious, angry, sad when you're laughing. And, from a personally speaking, quite a few years ago when I was I was in the midst of my bipolar depression, I found this article said 21 things to do when you're in an episode. And I think like one of the top 10 ones was laughter. And that's the one that, aside from, talking to your friends, talking to your doctor, making sure you're on medication, they said laughter is so important because I don't want to say distracts you, but it kind of does. I mean, just like we said, you can't be anxious or angry if you're sitting there laughing. And their advice was, go find a sitcom, a movie, something that will make you laugh because that will help change your focus. It may not bring you out of the mood, but you'll have, a temporary relief from it where you can now see beyond the depression. So, this isn't the time for a serious movie or a tearjerker or anything like that, no matter how good or award-winning the movie is. You need something that will just make you laugh. And I tell you what, I have found some of the dumbest movies, but they have been the best for me. And it's funny because I've learned how to categorize them. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Sharknado. It is one of the worst movies ever made. Half of the movie was stock footage. I mean, think about it, Sharknado. It's about sharks
I've heard of it.
sucked up into a tornado that now moves over land. So now it's raining sharks and sea animals.
What?
It was terrible. And the sad part is it got like 4 sequels. And I'm like, are you serious?
My gosh.
But I so thoroughly enjoyed the first movie. The rest of them were just dumber. But the first one was dumb, but it was funny. And to me, if I'm feeling down or I need a pick-me-up, I'll go, okay, I'll just go watch Sharknado. It's just like the silliest thing. And I sit there laughing at how bad it is.
The movie is, how B it is, right?
It's like a C- at this point. It's not even a B- film. And it's funny because my son had to watch. My son was in art school. He had to do digital filmmaking, and they assigned him to watch this film. And he said he was so mad watching it because he could pick out every mistake they did. So he was like mad for like 2 hours. I'm like, no, it's a great film. And he just looked at me like I was crazy.
Great.
So that's my favorite thing to do. Just watch really bad movies and laugh. And it's just, I promise you, it is like the best medicine. It's hard. It really is hard to stay angry, to stay anxious, to stay upset when you can laugh. And the thing is, with the bevy of channels, of streaming services, even radio, you can always find something to laugh about.
Laugh at, yeah.
So,
I agree.
I have a quick story to tell you. So
Look,
when
I'm
the
laughing
kids were
already.
small, see? So when the kids were small, on Sunday mornings, we would have we would get in the car because this was like the really only time that we all drove together in the car. So we would pray and we would say our, confessions, right? But obviously I have no kids at home. Just a reminder, I'm an empty nester. And but my husband, we've been doing this for 20 plus years, so we keep it up. So I don't know if it was we got back from a trip or something. We were tired. My husband, we get in the car, pull up down the road. I'm driving. My husband starts praying, except he starts saying grace. And he's blessing some food that neither one of us are eating. And I look at him, and he looks at me, and he has this moment, and then he just finishes praying and saying grace. I'm like, what was he? He's like, you know what? I don't know. He's like, I just kept going with it. I'm sure God will understand. I was laughing so hard for like 2 or 3 miles down the road. It was the funniest thing to me. So we did eventually get the right prayers, but that was just
my God,
hilarious.
He was so sincere, right? Praying over
food. He was. Oh, he was.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, funny. And even when we get together, we laugh. We always laugh when we get together. So.
Exactly.
You find
I love
something.
it.
You find something.
Yep. It's the best thing.
There are definitely some social benefits of laughter for sure, and it strengthens relationships because laughter can bring people together. And it says that most of the time that when you're with friends, when you are with family, and you have that time to just have some fun and have some lightness, I'll say, going on in your life, then it can bring you closer together. It attracts other people to us. It can enhance relationships and teamwork and things like that. One of the things that I love about the social benefits of laughter that it has here is that it can help diffuse conflict.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's an important thing. And some of the things it talks about is being more spontaneous, and that's kind of hard for some people to do, but humor can get you out of your head and away from your troubles, and I know that definitely to be true. You can let go of defensiveness. Laughter can help you forget resentments and judgments and criticisms and things like that. It can help you to release your inhibitions. Your fear of holding back is kind of pushed aside when you get into a place where you can really laugh. And you get to really express your true feelings sometimes. Deeply felt emotions are allowed to come to the surface, and you can deal with some things a little bit better. So laughter definitely has its benefits, and it promotes group bonding. And sometimes when you're at work or when you're in situations, could be family situations or whatever, when you allow yourself, and sometimes I think we do have to allow ourselves to laugh at the silliest things, at the funniest things, at the most things that are just not useful. And I know that sounds kind of funny, but it's like your movie, Ruth. Everything doesn't have to be deep and revelatory and meaningful all the time. Sometimes, junk in, proper levels is okay.
That's right.
It's okay.
Everything in moderation.
That's right. You don't necessarily want to have that movie, is one that you recommend to others.
Oh, yeah, no.
It certainly serves its purpose for what you need it to do. And I think that's a good thing. And sometimes they say, go to comedy clubs and things like that, but sometimes you have to be aware of that because comedians aren't what they used to be, and comedy clubs aren't what they used to be. But do you all ever have game nights? Have you ever had game nights or game nights with your family?
When my kids were growing up, we did,
and I think people used to play cards a lot, but that can get a little intense sometimes with people. So.
Yeah.
We would do talent shows when my kids were younger. We had all 6 of the kids because we're a blended family, and we had all 6 kids. We did a talent show. Let me tell y'all, that was hilarious.
And see, that's fun. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what it means to be able to allow laughter to bring those social benefits into your life. So I think those are good things. And I don't have a story necessarily, but I do have two poetic selections.
Oh, okay, all right. Let's hear it.
It sounded that way. It didn't mean anything. Okay.
Let's hear it then.
But I have 2 things here, and I'm going to let you all choose which one I should read tonight. One of them is called Ode to the Royal Bird. Ode to the Royal Bird. And the other one is called A Tale of the Tongue. We got Ode to the Royal Bird and A Tale of the Tongue. So I'll let you all choose which one I should read.
What do you think?
I'm
Tale of the Tongue?
Intrigued. I'm
intrigued
about the royal bird. Yeah.
Bird.
You want me to do that?
Well, let's go with that. Yes, okay. Let's go with that one then.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it says, Father, you're an awesome God. You are so good to me. You save me from myself sometimes and from my enemies. You're my protector, my provider, healer, mighty fortress too. Every good thing that I have, I know it all comes straight from you. But there is one thing I do request. It isn't a complaint. I never want to come off as an old, ungrateful saint. But seems like when I check my fridge to find something to eat and hope that I'll discover some new, delicious treat, it never seems to fail me. God, you are so kind. I look on all the shelves, and this thing always blows my mind, regardless of my wishes or my financial state. I can depend on one thing without thought or debate. Whether food is plenteous or in short supply for me, the mighty royal yard bird is what I always see. I can fry it, I can bake it, I can put it in a pan, and barbecue the wings and things, no recipe on hand. I can boil it and make dumplings or cut it into strips to put on fresh green salads or on the side with dips. Chicken pastry, chicken pasta, smothered chicken too. I can add some veggies to it and then call it chicken stew. I can marinate it or cover it with sauce. However I prepare it, chicken knows that I'm the boss. I just like to switch things up a bit. If not, it's quite okay. I know I'm blessed. There are many folks who don't have what I have today. Like I said, I'm not complaining. Just wondered if you could, but the more I think about it, chicken's mighty good. Father, please forgive me for the things that I have said. Sometimes I don't know why these random thoughts get in my head. I'm happy for my chicken, and as my oven begins to heat, I'm grateful, God, that you saw fit to give me food to eat. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for all the things you do. And for the bird who gave its life for me, I thank you too.
Wow.
So that's my ode to the royal yard bird.
Something is wrong with you.
I have no idea. No idea why I wrote it, where it came from. But I must have been hungry, and I guess God said you better be grateful for the chicken, girl.
All that chicken salad and all that. Oh, gosh. Okay.
So that's it for me.
Okay.
Endorphins there, right?
Okay. Well, you know what? Laughter is truly the best medicine for a weary soul. And I'm going to tell y'all, I was a little tired tonight, but I feel so much better because we just hear laughing, and it's just wonderful to me. And we, by the way, we're getting our information from an article we found online, helpguide.org, and it's called "Laughter is the Best Medicine." So if you want to go read more on that, it's again at helpguide.org. And for me, I'm going to talk about how good laughter is good for your health. Laughter is supposedly to boost immunity, lowers your stress hormone, decreases pain, relaxes your muscles, and prevents heart disease. I love that.
Wow.
Because with that last one, it says, laughter improves the function of the blood vessels and increases the blood flow, which can help protect you against a heart attack and other cardiovascular problems. Isn't that something?
I didn't realize that.
Look at that. Laughter lightens anger's heavy load. Nothing diffuses anger and conflict faster than a shared laugh. Looking at the funny side of problems can put them into perspective and enable you to move on from confrontations without holding on to bitterness or resentment. And then laughter may even help you live longer. A study in Norway found that people with a strong sense of humor outlive those who don't laugh as much. The difference was particularly notable for those battling cancer. So, and the last one I'm going to read is laughter triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals. And endorphins promote an overall sense of well-being and can even temporarily relieve pain. And I must say that has happened tonight because I haven't thought 1 minute about my pain. Mm-hmm. And when I was I've been laughed through tears over that Yardbird one. Oh, that was funny to me. So I'm telling you, laughter is so good. And y'all know that I love the Golden Girls, right? And that's why I call us the Bronze Girls. I have watched every episode of the Golden Girls, and I can watch them every night. And I try to actually watch them every night because I feel like I've always felt, and this particular show strengthens that at the end of the day, if I got to go to bed with a laughing. I can't go to bed watching the news and hearing all the bad stuff and arguing, whatever. I got to go laughing so I'll feel better. So I watch the Golden Girls and just crack up. And every time I watch the Golden Girls, it's like I never saw it before because I'm just laughing. And I know what they're going to say, and it's just hilarious to me. It really is. I love the Golden Girls. And Ruth, when you were talking about that movie Sharknado, I thought of there's an episode. Have y'all watched Martin? Have you ever watched Martin?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And have you ever seen the episode where Martin and Gina went to Tilligan's Island?
No.
I don't remember.
Okay, they went to, instead of Gilligan's Island, they went to Chilligan's Island for a weekend away. And Tommy and Pam ended up coming too. And it was the worst. The hotel wasn't good. Everything that could go wrong was wrong. And they were standing in the middle of it at one point. And Gina goes, Martin, I didn't know the room also came with a puppy. And they looked, and it was like some creature you'd never seen before. Now, you really could see it was fake, right? So Martin and Pam start fighting what they call the monster. Let me tell y'all, if y'all have to see that, because every time I watch it, I will laugh to tears at them fighting that fake puppy monster. Is so hilarious. So that is my go-to.
I got to share one with you because you reminded me of something. It looks like each of us has a movie or a show or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
go ahead.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis. The name of the movie is True Lies.
True Lies.
Yep.
I love that movie.
I went to see it with a girlfriend of mine, and when it gets to the scene where she's doing the seductive dance,
the
pole dance, and she misses the pole for the rest of the movie, we could not even look at each other because I would look over at her and I would just burst into laughter. I could not get through. Look, even now, the movie isn't even on. I haven't seen it.
I loved it. It's fun. And I think it was on the other week, and I saw it.
Every time I think of that scene, I just crack up. It just tickles.
She is trying to be so sexy. She's trying to be as sexy as she could. And just she falls right over. Blah, blah.
She went over like a tree. I mean,
she did. Oh, and it's like, how many times y'all think she had to shoot that to get it right,
Well, that's the funny part is that
if you have never seen these movies, you got to check them out, please.
True Lies. I love True Lies. I actually own a copy on DVD. I love that movie.
Yes. We haven't a nice moment all to ourselves here, but that is funny to me. It's funny to me.
Well, I was going to tell y'all another story, one quick story. Mm-hmm. My best friend here, her name is Spaghetti, and we were taking courses together at Central, and we really struggled with math, and so it was certain problems that you just had to. It was step by step to go through the problems, and we just were having a hard time. So it came down to the final. And we were working, like I said, at Central, and we went to a conference room. We spread out all the papers and had the different problems, laid out. So when we got to each problem, we got, I got that one. This is how you do it. And we were going through each problem. We got to the end. We were like, we got this. We felt so good about it. we hit some. I'm telling y'all, we just knew we aced that test. Well, we both, because she had her laptop and I had mine, and so we both doing the problems. And we hit the button. Guess what happened? We failed. We got a 65.
Why?
We didn't get them right. we were doing all that, and we failed, and we failed the class and had to take it over. But we were sitting there, and we were so mad that we had went through all of this. My friend took her arm, and she just took the paper and a whole sheet of them, and just hit the table and wiped them papers on the floor. She said, I can't believe we failed. And I just bust out laughing. And then she started laughing. And we laughed for 10 minutes. I mean, belly laughing, rolled over. We couldn't believe we failed. And we had done all of this. And we were like, I can't believe we did all of this and still failed the class. I think if I didn't laugh, I was going to cry. Oh, Lord have mercy. Poor us. Poor us.
Oh boy!
I do really believe that the benefits of laughter is great. This show tonight has helped me, but I tell you, we got to stop, and we got to get our tip from you, Ruth. And I hope it's not about laughter.
Okay. That's a hard act to follow.
I know, right?
Okay, so okay, I'll stop laughing now.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about writing groups tonight and talk about the benefits of it. So writing is typically a solo endeavor, but finding a community of writers that supports one another can be a great source of inspiration and encouragement and probably a whole lot of laughter. So, one of the benefits, you could get valuable feedback as you craft your story. It's a safe place where you can share your writing and your ideas, and, the people, you're all there for the same purpose, so you're going to get good feedback. You can be accountable to your group. You could set your goals, and they're there to check up on you and, see if you've met your goals or, you're helping them to meet their goals. So it staves off procrastination, which is always a great thing. So you receive encouragement from other members. They'll be supportive of your endeavors, and you can be supportive of them. You can find beta readers so that when you finish that first draft, you've got people there waiting to read what you wrote. You can get help with your story, bounce ideas off each other, and then it refines your writing process and helps you become a better writer. So, you can, there's lots of places where you can go to find a group. Obviously, right now with the pandemic, a lot of it is probably online, but you can go to, look online, look at local organizations or community centers. Even Facebook is a great place to look for either writing groups or, local writing groups. You can join different writers associations like the National Novel Writing Month, the NaNoWriMo, which we all did this past November. They actually have local chapters that you can join in reading groups or writing groups. And just, there's a bevy of them out there. So, even if you don't find something, you can always start your own. So, those are the benefits of a writing group. And, if you're shy about sharing your writing, this would be a great place to get over that and to help you grow as a writer. And that's my tip.
Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Well, I tell you what, we have come to the close of our program. And I really hope that everybody that all of our listeners have enjoyed it tonight as much as we have. We really hope you have a good time. But if you don't join in the fun, we just got to go with it. We go laugh in spite of it all, and we really always try to give you some good tips and some good things that will encourage you and just kind of carry you through your journey of life, because there is a lot. There's so much going on, and things that we cannot change, and things that will, just put us at a place where we need to know how to encourage ourselves. And does anybody have any final comments, Ruth, you or Victoria?
I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. And just a reminder, we'd love to get emails from you. You can send us an email at authorsup@gmail.com.
And my prayer is that this week will give you many reasons to laugh out loud.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. And one final note on that: learn to laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself so seriously. Don't beat yourself up. Don't put yourself under condemnation. Learn to laugh at yourself. And I tell you what, you're going to be healthier for it. So thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I thank my co-host. It has been a blast, guys. I sure love doing this show with you tonight.
Yes, it
and
has. Love you guys.
Remember, we are here on Sunday evenings, and we will be back here next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Until then, this is Andrea Hines with Victoria Henderson Poole and Ruth Griffin. And there's never a dull moment here at
Authors Up.